Hello guys, this is Usama. Today's video about our topics that we discuss and share knowledge on our channel. This video is very important because we will talk about different topics about facts that we share on this channel. So hopefully this video is helping for you. So let's start. First of all, we start about the purpose of this channel. It's basically the informative channel. We'll be talk about on different topics in our different videos. Those topics must helpful for all of you guys. So let's start to talk about some topics. So first of all, humanity. We'll be discuss about humanity. Uh, Humanity in this world and why we come here and what's our responsibilities, what's our rights, what's our duties, and so on. There are so many facts that will be discussed, and hopefully these facts increase your knowledge. Secondly, we'll be discuss about health. Health is very important. There's so many facts that we share about health, as I personally prefer health on number one. So we will talk about health in detail, and then fitness. It's related to health. Fitness is very important, and we'll be take care of our body fitness on daily routine. So we'll be talk about fitness in detail in future. So there are some facts that we discuss in this on this channel is about world, the whole world. Like will be include in different planets, weather, on about Earth, so on. Will be discuss about so many knowledge about the world. Then we'll be talk about many different personalities in this world, celebrities, our heroes, our businessmen, our showbiz industry personalities, so many people, sports celebrities. So there are so many people we will discuss in future. So we will talk about different countries, many countries have different their cultures, their societies, their clothing style, their language, their major foods. So we'll be talk about all about that. So stay tuned, and we'll be talk about all these stuff in future different videos. Then we'll be talk about education in the whole world. It's about that different countries have different education system, and how which country is on top on education. So we'll be identify how they go on top. We'll be identify the strategies. So both of the countries who have low literacy rates, so they adopt their strategies and high their literacy rate. So we'll be talk about psychology, as I personally prefer psychology most important for all human. It's not a department or it's a subject that people have to learn about it. So it's the general, I prefer all of you that you must learn psychology for your personal life. It's very very important. So I'm sorry. So then further we'll be talk about personality. It's related to psychology, that how we improve our personality, how we observe others personality, how we improve our daily routine life, that we struggle, how we reduce depression, stress, all these, how we cope, all these stuff. So stay tuned, we'll be talk about personality more detail in future videos. Then we'll be talk about fashion industry, how fashion industry boomed, how they will we talk about creativity. So fashion industry is more creativity. So we look how fashion industry work on creativity. So we'll be talk about clothes, how there's some facts, there's so many facts we'll be talk about clothes. So stay tuned in future. We'll be discuss about clothes in so huge details. So we'll be talk about mentality and different people. From that will be learn so much knowledge. So we'll go through some details about all that topics we discuss with you. So first of all, is humanity. So let's start. The modern world has many peculiar facts that make one wonder why do people do what they do to keep your mind business while waiting in the crowded noon traffic. Here are some philosophical thoughts about our weird world. At the first sight, they may seem plain and worthless, but think twice and your mind will never be the same again, as each and every one of these can change the way you all see our world. So, humans are not creatures of reason, they are led by hormones, they are fact. We'll talk about it in detail. Hormones and their balance make human act in one way or another. And all the main quests in life are somehow related to the amount of hormones in the body. So love comes from hormones release. The struggle to be an overachieve in life and career also come from hormones. And even the fun activities when you take are hormones related. Remember the line. The modern lifestyle resembles clinical death. The new lifestyle keeps one connected to a wide range of electronic devices, just like a comatose patient is connected to multiple devices to keep him alive, even if he's brain dead. Pretty much in the same way, nowadays we depend entirely on our mobile devices to survive. Imagine a week-long blackout. Would you make it alive? Then we talk about the biggest revolution in history belonged to individual. That's the human fact. So let's start. Alone people begin the most important revolutionary act in history, turning the wheel for all of humanity. Examples include Jesus, Marx, and Luther. Revolution didn't belong to the masses. Instead, they came from one man with a lot of charisma and a strong will. And being a great leader was mandatory to start a movement. Thus, these individuals managed to rule part of the entire world of a second in history, and they made it this list of bizarre. Then we talk about democratic regime consume what dictatorial regime have produced. The history is full of examples of democratic regime that relied on the industry, infrastructure, and stock made by the dictatorial regime. They are destroyed. This is usually hidden to the masses because it is one of those humanity facts that can make people think and may cause social and political instability. Then we will talk about the modern day human dispose of rubbish items, but keep rubbish people. Once people used to mend everything around them, from the tiniest household object to the most important relationships. The Industrial Revolution and modern day consumerism have made people dispose of broken items and stick to bad people. To prove this fact, just ask your grandma what she would do with a broken items. Let's say a couple of old shirts, and she will find at least 5 uses for them, none of which you could think of. Then we talk about a politician is an inverted Robin Hood. Most politicians gather money from the poor to give it to the rich. That's the fact. And the people still give them what each time they ask. In other words, humanity gets to vote on who will rob them daily. Humanity was once terrorized by boredom, now it is bored by terrorism. One of the weirdest facts switched upside down by history is that people were once very bored and try to entertain with their most cruel and outraged things, like those presented by Circus of P.T. Barnum. Nowadays, terrorism is one of the most boring acts, as it is highly common all over the world and is exposed to it daily. It takes some madness to be a world leader or even just a president. The fact is that all great rulers in history suffered from a degree of insanity. Some used it in all wrong ways, like Hitler. Others used it to conquer the world or die trying, like Alexander the Great. And who could forget about Genghis Khan? If you stop a minute and analyze all the great leaders in history, you will find a couple of signs which will prove this theory. Furthermore, humans are the only creature that pay to alive on earth. That's the fact. We pay for goods, foods, fun, service, and pretty much everything that can keep us alive and create those touching quality moments with friends and family. Think, when was the last time you enjoyed a great moment without having to pay for everything? Even when you go to park with your kids, you pay for something to enjoy those moments more. This is one of the lesser thought humanity effect, but we all feel its effect upon us at a personal level. So go ahead. Now there are some fun facts about human body. Let's more about human. So the human body is a beautiful, wacky and mysterious machine. Here's the thing, we live with it. So sometimes it's easy to forget how amazing things are internal organs, eyes, or even the basic building block of life like cells are, right? So let's start the facts. You're going to be tailor the morning. Measure yourself in the morning. Then again at night, you're going to taller in the morning because of how the cartilage in your bones compresses during the day. Thank a lot gravity. Your heart beats about 1 lakh times a day. Do you believe it? Depending on your beats per minute, your heart beats about 1 lakh times a day. That means it sends 2000 gallons of blood through the body. Your highest blood flow is in your kidneys. Do you believe this? The highest blood flow is on your heart, liver or brain. It's in your kidney. That's because kidney is the body's natural filtration system. So you can produce enough saliva to fill 2 bathtubs a year. Yes, it's the fact. Healthy lungs are pink lungs. Wow! Healthy lungs look pink and rubbery on the outside. The more you smoke though, the more tarry and black they become. This can have a serious effect on quality of life and can even cause rubblers called blebs, rupturing in your lungs, a condition called spontaneous. Then dreaming in black and white. What is that? Let's boom start. 12% of people dream in black and white. What is weirder is that human beings used to sleep and dream in black and white even more before color TV. 15%. The average person still dream in color. But it's interesting to see how the human brain is susceptible to media. Then further, your blood vessel could circle the globe. Though people have small blood vessels, the networking is amazingly long. If they were laid out, they would measure more than 60,000 miles. Please don't do that though. It's good to keep your vessel in your body. The average human adult has 2,000 to 4,000 test buds. Do you believe it? Then listen it further. They are not only located on the tongue. These tiny senses, organs that give us the ability to taste are also located in the back of our throat, your nose, and your esophagus. That's right, your nose doesn't just smell, it can taste too. The sense of smell is a very important component of tasting. Your body has more than 600 muscles. Wow! Your strongest muscle is located in your jaw, known as the masseter muscle. The stapedius muscle, located in the middle of your ear, is your weakest muscle. In time, your brain has a harder time with long-term memories. In time, your brain will have a harder time with long-term memory because the brain is unable to filter and remove old memories. So make a good memories, which prevent it from absorbing new ideas. That means the brain has to work harder to produce memories over the average lifetime. Your skin has 1,000 different species of bacteria on it. Wow! We have 1,000 species bacteria on our skin, our face, on our hands, on our face. Your skin is vital in protection of the body against bacteria. The skin itself has 1,000 different species of bacteria on it and at any given time, which is why the outer layer of our skin continually renews itself. The entire process of skin cell renewal takes about 28 days. Your strongest and longest bone in your femur, the smallest bone in one of the ossicles, which has located in the ear. 1/4 of our body's bones are located in your feet. Your fingernails grow faster than your toenail. Yes, we see in our daily routine. That's probably why you dream more than often. You're probably more like your dad. Oh my god, that's the that we copy our parents. Researchers shows that in the scales between the female egg and male sperm that your genes tend to favor your dad, especially over multiple generations. This phenomena is known as gene expression. Don't sweat these amazing facts. You have between 2 and 5 million sweat glands, and the more active you are, the more you sweat. That's because the body recognizes that you need to cool off so you can continue to work out. Stress sweat and regular sweat are composed of different things. Stress fat has fatty acid in it, where regular sweat doesn't. Where to think your brain control that. There you have it. The body is a totally amazing thing. If you love this weird and wacky thing you call your body, then make sure you treat it right. Eat well, exercise, and make sure you get enough sleep. Take care of that body and it will take care of you too. Then move further. We'll talk about some facts about our body fitness. It's related to our health. So stay tuned. We'll be started. So here's the first thing. The human body has 650 muscles, and we will talk just a little bit back about our weaker or strongest muscles. So we have total 650 muscles. We take care about it. The only exercise you should hold your breath for is underwater swimming. Wow! The heart is the strongest muscle in the body. Nearly 50% of all young people ages 12 to 21 are not vigorously active on a daily basis. For every pound of muscle gain, the body burns 50 extra calories every day. Only 13% of men are physical fit. Oh my god, that we look after it. We have to take care of our body fitness. because without health we are nothing. More than 30% of children ages 6 to 11 are overweight and over 15% are obese. On average, a person walks 70,000 miles in the future. Roughly 4,000 children or teenagers begin smoking every day. Oh my god. Exercise makes you feel more energized because it releases endorphin into the blood. Movement in exercise helps relieve stress by producing a relaxation response which serves as position distraction. Then move further, we will talk about another fact. So here are some facts about the world. So then firstly we discuss about glacier and ice sheets hold about 69% of the world's fresh water. Do you believe it? Just over 96% of the total amount of the world's water is held in its ocean according to Water in Crisis, a guide to the world fresh water resources by the US Geological Survey. However, they are primarily salt water. To find the bulk of the world's fresh water, you need to track to the pole. As 68.7% of it is sand in ice caps, permanent snow and glaciers. For more facts, send right to inbox. The second one, the fastest gust of wind ever recorded on Earth was 253 miles per hour. Hang on to your hats because this is not your average windstorm. In 1996, a tropical cyclone named Olivia hit off the coast of Barrow Island, Australia, with such a force that it broke an incredible record. According to the Weather Channel, Olivia's eyeball produced 5 extreme 3-second wind gusts, the peak of which was a 253 mph gust, which blew past the previous wind record of 231 mph set in Mountain, Washington, New Hampshire back in 1934. On number 3, recent droughts in Europe were the worst in 2100 years. Europe has been experiencing serious dry spell and extreme heat since 2015, which has caused major drought. Research done led by the University of Cambridge looked at isotopes in the rings of old European oak trees in Central Europe, which formed over thousands of years, to try to pin down the cause. They discovered that the dry spell are the dry spell are result of human-caused climate change and associated shift in the jet stream, according to Eric Alert. On number 4, the best place in the world to see rainbow is in Hawaii. If you are an avid rainbow gazer and want to get your fill of the beautiful phenomena, look no further than the state of Hawaii. A study published by the American Meteorological Society in 2021 noted that the area mountain produce sharp gradient in clouds and rainfall, which are key to abundant rainbow sightings. Air pollution, pollen, and a large number of cresting waves also help to put Hawaii at the top of the list when it comes to rainbow quantity and quality. On number 5, there are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice. Around 80% of Greenland is covered by the Greenland ice sheet, which Britannica explained is the largest and possibly the only relic of the Pleistocene glaciation in the northern Hampshire. But has it always been so icy? Well, at the bottom of a 1.4 kilometer core sample which was taken in 1966 at Camp Century during the Cold War, researchers found well preserved fossil plant and biomolecule, which means that the massive sheet melted and reformed at least once in the last million years. At number 6, we will talk about whale songs can be used to map out the ocean floor. Fin whales are basically the Barry White of the ocean. The deep blowing songs that males uses to attract mates are considered to be the loudest of all marine life and can be heard up to 1000 km away, which is 60 miles, according to Scientific American. They can also be used to sonically map out the ocean floor thanks to the fact that the sound can reach depth of 2.5 km, which is miles in 1.6 miles under the water, which bounces back and provides researchers with accurate measurements. Beyond that, a 2021 study in Science showed how using a